Welcome back to a bit Gamey and a surprise half-month update. Halfway through, what is it, May? But because I finished the last units for the French, technically War of Spanish Succession, but not really anymore. So the second cavalry for the War of Spanish Succession, horse and musket period, but in reality, not. It's going to be a generic horse and musket period now decided. So the second unit of French cavalry, and apparently a fourth unit of French grenadiers. French grenadiers in their little pull-out basey thing, which I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but I'm going to be testing it out soon. So yeah, I found out I was kind of mistaken that the French grenadier units were only, or rather, the French grenadiers only came into being in 1670, and that they didn't do the conjoined grenadier battalions, because like what I was reading before in the 70s, what the Austrians had grenadier companies for each battalion, but then they what's the word? They compressed them into grenadier battalions, specific grenadier battalions that were used for assaults and such. But apparently the French didn't do this, or so I've read. Who knows? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But anyway, I've got a grenadier battalion now, regardless of if it was proper. It may have been they just had a company of grenadiers for each battalion, which is a bit of a what's it, but I'm going to live with it because whatever. I'm making it a sort of a 18th century pre-Napoleonic mishmash of all the wars that happened in that era, and yeah. So I'm happy with that aspect of non-historicalness. Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if they did have it occasionally. Grab the grenadiers from different battalions. I got the colour scheme from somewhere. Though, as I say, they didn't have grenadier battalions. So really, whatever. So they don't have different colour facings, and they don't have. Well, they have the same colour facings, even though, in theory, they would have different colour facings if the French had kind of combined grenadier battalions. But whatever. It's rubbish, but they're okay. I didn't paint them particularly well, but so that's normal. But they're okay. They're mostly okay. They got the Warlord plastic dudes, plus a few front rank like the that go at the back. So I'm happy with that. It's been a long time getting the what was it, 12 units each. So it's 24 units done. But that's okay. I'm happy with it. And I need to stop that and play some games. I didn't actually need all of them to play some games, because you could, because the actual Hour Wargames rules, you roll a dice for how many you have. So I could have started before, but whatever reason I didn't. But yeah, the other thing I read recently is the French were mostly pistols. I did these figures originally with the sword arm. Just noticed that one's a bit glued on a bit wrong. Yeah, I did them originally with the sword arm, Then I was reading that the French cavalry at this period were mostly kind of pistol dudes, which, you know, what can you say? So I changed it around to the pistol version, because the cavalry does have parts for both. So, you know, whatever. Yeah, I can't remember what regiment this was. You know, grey uniform with red facing, or no, it's not actually red, but you know, meant to be. But I didn't have flags for the cavalry, or for the grenadier, the non-existent grenadier battalion. But I'm happy with that, and doubly so to get the French sorted. Anything else? I don't know. I just generally, I think one of the things about you know, I was, you know, originally going for Napoleonics, and I gave it up because I, you know, I have a craving. I had a craving for larger figure units, particularly the French for their assault columns. I just didn't like it unless they were 36, and painting 12 figures is obviously a lot easier than painting 36. So I'm quite happy with that as a general plan going forward. And now for my horse and musket, that's basically got what I'm going to do. So that's like, you know, 3 battalions for 1 Napoleonic one. I mean, the big kind of battalions do look good. I mean, I do like the look of them. But for me, I can have bigger battles with fewer figures, without the fewer figures kind of swallowing it, because that to me looks okay. I mean, especially when you've got, you know, the battalions with all the flags, that looks fine. Blah blah blah. So anyway, so that was half of May, but the start of I'm going to do a what we call it, a showcase of the French 1 Hour Wargames set coming up. Okay, do a bit.